Most women are used to hearing compliments about their looks. You're beautiful. You look amazing today. But here's the truth. Physical compliments fade, and what truly touches a woman's heart are the words that go deeper. Words that make her feel understood, respected, and valued for who she truly is. In this video, I'll share 6 compliments women secretly crave but almost never hear. Compliments that create emotional attraction on a psychological level. Number 1, I love how you think. When you tell a woman, I love how you think, you are touching a part of her soul that the world rarely acknowledges. Most women grow up in a society that focuses almost entirely on their physical appearance. From a young age, they are complimented for their beauty, their clothes, their smile. And while those words feel good for a moment, they never truly reach the core of who she is. But when you acknowledge her mind, when you recognize her thought process, her ideas, her perspective on life, you are speaking to a part of her that is often invisible to others. You are telling her, I see the real you, not just the you that everyone else sees. This makes her feel valued in a way that transcends superficial attraction. A woman's mind is the most intimate and complex part of her. She spends her life thinking, analyzing, and interpreting the world in her own unique way. Every opinion she forms, every solution she comes up with, every insight she shares, these are pieces of her inner world that she chooses to reveal only to people she trusts. When you say, I love how you think, you're not just giving her a compliment. You're validating her identity. You are saying that her voice matters, that her perspective is important, and that her mind is not just noticed, but deeply appreciated. This kind of recognition is rare, and that's why it has such a powerful psychological impact. Women often hear compliments that are transactional. You look good today, or that dress suits you. These are nice, but they are about the surface. They're about what can be seen and judged quickly. But complimenting her mind requires presence. It requires you to listen to her, to really absorb what she's saying, to understand her logic and her creativity. And when you do that, you stand out immediately from the majority of people who never take the time to truly know her thoughts. She will remember those moments when you pause after she speaks, when you reflect on her words, and when you tell her that the way she thinks is something you admire. Psychologically, this compliment builds a strong emotional bridge. It shows that you are connected to her on an intellectual level, and that connection creates attraction that is far deeper than physical chemistry. Physical attraction can fade over time, but mental attraction grows stronger the more you engage with it. When a woman feels that her thoughts are valued, she opens up more, she shares more of herself, and she begins to trust you with parts of her mind that she hides from the world. And that trust is what transforms a simple conversation into a meaningful bond. When you say, I love how you think, it's not about agreeing with everything she says. It's about appreciating the way her mind works, the creativity she brings, the logic she uses, the way she connects dots that others might miss. It's about valuing her curiosity, her depth, her ability to challenge you, and even her willingness to disagree with you when she believes in something. This type of compliment doesn't just make her feel good in the moment. It makes her feel respected, seen, and understood at her core. Number 2, you make me feel peaceful. When you tell a woman, you make me feel peaceful, you are giving her one of the rarest and most profound forms of validation. In a world filled with noise, pressure, and constant demands, peace is one of the most valuable experiences a person can give another. This compliment does not focus on what she looks like, what she wears, or how she presents herself. It focuses on the energy she carries, the emotional state she creates in your presence, and the rare ability she has to calm your mind and soul. This is not something that can be faked or forced. It is a natural quality that comes from who she is at her core. Peace is not excitement. It is not adrenaline, and it is not the temporary high of physical attraction. Peace is a deeper form of comfort. It's that feeling of exhaling after holding your breath for too long. It's the sense of being safe, emotionally and mentally, with another person. When you tell a woman that she makes you feel peaceful, you are telling her that her presence lowers your guard, softens your worries, and makes the world feel a little less heavy. This tells her that she is not just someone you like being around, she is a safe space for you. Many women do not realize the quiet strength they possess. Society often tells them they need to be exciting, entertaining, or constantly engaging to hold someone's attention. But the truth is, peace is far more valuable than constant stimulation. People can get excitement from many places, but true peace, the kind that comes from feeling completely accepted and understood, is rare. When you express that she makes you feel this way, you're telling her she has something unique, something that goes beyond attraction and enters the realm of emotional necessity. Psychologically, this kind of compliment is powerful because it taps into the human need for emotional safety. Everyone has walls they build to protect themselves from pain, judgment, or betrayal. When you tell her she makes you feel peaceful, you're telling her that with her, those walls can come down. You are acknowledging that she has a rare ability to soothe your fears without even trying, to make you feel lighter without forcing conversation, and to give you a sense of belonging without conditions. This kind of peace often comes from small, unspoken things. The way she listens without rushing you, the way she doesn't judge your vulnerabilities, the way she makes you feel seen even in your silence. It can be in her voice, her body language, the way she creates an environment where you don't have to perform or pretend. And when you say, "You make me feel peaceful," you are telling her that these subtle qualities have not gone unnoticed. You are recognizing the value of who she is, not just what she does, and that recognition stays with her in a way that few compliments ever could. Number 3, I admire your strength. When you tell a woman, "I admire your strength," you are acknowledging something most people overlook. Strength in a woman is not always loud or visible. It often lives in the quiet battles she fights when no one is watching. It's in the way she carries herself when the weight of the world is pressing on her shoulders. It's in her ability to get up after life has knocked her down. And most importantly, it's in her decision to keep giving love, kindness, and patience to the world even after it has given her reasons to harden. Complimenting her strength means you have taken the time to see past her smile, past her calmness, and past the mask she may wear for others. You have noticed the inner power that drives her forward. A woman's strength is shaped by her experiences, the struggles she has faced, the challenges she has overcome, the moments where she had no one to lean on but herself. For some, it comes from surviving heartbreak, loss, betrayal, or rejection. For others, it comes from years of holding a family together, building a career, or chasing dreams while facing doubt and criticism. And for many, it is a combination of all these battles. When you say, "I admire your strength," you are telling her that her resilience has not gone unnoticed, that you respect her not only for what she has achieved, but for everything she had to endure to get there. This kind of compliment reaches deeper than surface-level admiration. Society often praises women for their beauty or charm, but rarely for their endurance, determination, and willpower. Yet strength is one of the most defining qualities a person can have. It's what allows her to stand up for herself, to protect those she loves, and to keep going when others would give up. And when you recognize this, you are not just admiring her, you are validating the path she has walked and the scars she carries. You are telling her that her battles matter, that they have shaped her into someone remarkable. Psychologically, Acknowledging a woman's strength builds a profound emotional connection because it speaks to her deepest truth. Every strong woman has moments where she feels unseen, where the weight she carries is invisible to those around her. She may appear composed on the outside, but inside she might be holding back tears, doubts, or fears. When you notice her strength, it tells her you truly see her, not just the version she shows the world, but the reality she lives with every day. This kind of recognition is powerful because it makes her feel valued for who she is, not just what she does. Strength is not just about enduring pain. It's also about choosing to keep your heart open despite it. It's about showing up for life even when it feels unfair, about holding on to your integrity when it would be easier to compromise it, about protecting your dignity when others try to diminish it. When you tell her, "I admire your strength," you are giving her one of the few compliments that acknowledges both her struggles and her victories, both the storms she has faced and the way she has risen above them. Number 4, you inspire me. When you tell a woman, "You inspire me," you are giving her a gift that goes far beyond a compliment. You are telling her that her existence, her actions, and her way of living have a positive influence on you. Inspiration is not about admiration from a distance. It's about the impact someone has on your heart, your mind, and your choices. When you say these words, you are acknowledging that she makes you want to be better, that something about her presence awakens a deeper drive within you. This is a rare and powerful thing because it moves past attraction and enters the realm of transformation. A woman who inspires you may not even realize she's doing it. She might not know that the way she carries herself, the discipline she practices, or the kindness she shows to others is affecting you in ways you can't fully express. Inspiration is often born from authenticity, when someone is simply living their truth and refusing to settle for less than they deserve. When you say, "You inspire me," you are letting her know that her authenticity has power, that her courage and values are influencing your own. This makes her feel seen not just for what she achieves, but for how she achieves it. Inspiration is deeply tied to psychology because it speaks to the part of us that craves growth. We are naturally drawn to people who make us believe in our own potential. When you tell her she inspires you, you are connecting her to your personal journey of becoming more. You are admitting that her presence pushes you to think differently, to act more boldly, to dream bigger. And for many women, this is one of the highest forms of appreciation, not for her beauty or charm, but for the impact she has on your life path. The beauty of this compliment is that it validates her purpose. Everyone wants to feel like they matter, that they leave a positive mark on the lives they touch. By telling her she inspires you, you are affirming that she is a source of light and motivation for you. This doesn't mean she has to be perfect or flawless. In fact, sometimes it is her imperfections, her struggles, and her perseverance that inspire you the most. It's the way she gets up after falling, the way she keeps her heart open despite past pain, the way she refuses to give up on herself even when it would be easier to stop trying. Inspiration is contagious. When you express that she inspires you, it often inspires her in return. It creates a cycle of mutual growth and encouragement. She begins to realize that her actions, even the small ones, have meaning, that the way she lives, the way she speaks, the way she chooses her values over convenience, all of it is affecting the world around her. And in that moment, your compliment is not just words, it is recognition of her influence, her worth, and her ability to shape the lives she touches. Number 5, I trust your judgment. When you tell a woman, "I trust your judgment," you are giving her a level of respect and validation that many never experience. Trust is one of the deepest forms of connection between two people, and when it is placed in her decision-making, it tells her that you value her intelligence, her reasoning, and her ability to see things clearly. Most people are quick to give opinions but slow to truly listen. By expressing trust in her judgment, you are showing that you are willing to rely on her insight and perspective, not just on your own. This is more than admiration, it's partnership, and it tells her that you see her as someone whose mind you hold in high regard. Women are often judged by superficial traits, but when you highlight her judgment, you are recognizing something far more significant: her wisdom. Wisdom is not just about knowledge. It comes from experiences, lessons learned, and the ability to view situations from multiple angles. When you say, "I trust your judgment," you are telling her that you recognize the depth of her thinking and that you are willing to allow her guidance to influence your path. This creates a bond that is built on mutual respect rather than control or dominance. Psychologically, this compliment holds immense power because it speaks to her sense of competence. Everyone has an innate need to feel capable and respected for their abilities. When you trust her judgment, you are feeding that need in the healthiest way possible, not by flattering her, but by actually placing your confidence in her ability to make wise decisions. This is especially impactful if she has faced moments in life where her ideas were ignored, dismissed, or underestimated. In trusting her judgment, you are showing her that her voice matters, her insights are valuable, and her choices hold weight. Trusting her judgment also means that you are not threatened by her intelligence. Many people subconsciously feel the need to maintain control by questioning or undermining others' decisions. But when you tell her, "I trust your judgment," you are communicating that you see her as an equal, someone whose perspective enhances your own understanding of the world. It's a way of saying, "I don't need to have all the answers because I know you can see things I might miss." That level of humility and openness strengthens the emotional connection between you because it removes ego from the equation and replaces it with genuine respect. This kind of trust is built over time through observing her actions, seeing how she handles challenges, and recognizing her ability to stay grounded under pressure. It's not just about trusting her in major life decisions, but also in the smaller moments. Her advice on handling a situation, her instincts about people, her sense of timing, and her ability to weigh options carefully. Every time you express that you trust her judgment, you are telling her that you believe in her, not just as a partner, but as a person whose mind and character you deeply respect. Number 6, you have such a warm energy. When you tell a woman, "You have such a warm energy," you are complimenting something that cannot be seen in a mirror and cannot be faked. You are speaking about the invisible presence she carries, the feeling people get when she walks into a room, the comfort she brings just by being there, the unspoken reassurance in her tone, her smile, or even her silence. Warm energy is not about being overly cheerful or constantly trying to please others. It is about having a natural emotional presence that makes people feel safe, accepted, and valued. When you recognize that in her, you are acknowledging a rare quality that many overlook, because it is not about what she does, but about who she is at her core. A woman with warm energy is like a soft light in a dark room. She doesn't have to demand attention or be the loudest voice. People are drawn to her without even realizing why. It might be the way she listens without rushing you, the way she remembers little details you've shared, or how she makes space for your emotions without judgment. This is not a skill that can be learned overnight. It is the result of emotional maturity, empathy, and a heart that has been shaped by both love and hardship. When you say, "You have such a warm energy," You are telling her that her inner light is visible to you and that it affects you in ways words can barely describe. Psychologically, warmth creates trust. People instinctively feel safer around someone who exudes kindness and acceptance. This is why warm energy is such a powerful and rare trait. In a world where many are quick to criticize, compete, or distance themselves emotionally, a person who radiates warmth stands out immediately. By telling her you feel that from her, you are not only appreciating her, you are also confirming that her way of being in the world has a meaningful impact on others. It shows her that her energy is not just noticed, but felt deeply. Warm energy often comes from someone who has known pain, but chosen compassion instead of bitterness. It comes from a place of strength, the kind of strength that doesn't need to prove itself. It's in the way she makes people feel at ease in her company, the way she can soften tension in a conversation, the way she intuitively knows when someone needs encouragement rather than advice. These are subtle but powerful forms of emotional intelligence, and when you acknowledge them, you are letting her know that you see her value beyond the physical or the obvious. When you tell her she has warm energy, you are recognizing the intangible, the emotional temperature she brings into your life. You are saying that her presence alone makes moments lighter, interactions more genuine, and life a little more hopeful. And for someone who moves through the world with that kind of grace, hearing those words is not just flattering, it is deeply affirming that who she is matters just as much as what she does. Remember, the most powerful compliments are not always the ones about appearance. They come from truly seeing someone's mind, heart, and soul. When you appreciate the depth behind a woman's strength, her peace, her energy, and her wisdom, you create a connection that lasts far beyond the surface. So, next time you want to make her feel truly valued, speak to her spirit, because that's where real love begins.